Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. There come caresses they can't even fathom. I'm not even sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball is a mark of time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. There could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff. I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope y'all are ready to buckle in for two. We got doubleheader, and they're going to be right on top of each other. So if for some reason this game goes longer than expected, we are going to shut this one down, go over to the Braves broadcast. We're going to try to keep you up to date on both as this game were to end and the Braves were to begin. But we're going to play that by ear. We'll figure it out. Obviously, Braves-Dodgers comes first, but we're going to try to bring you as much as this game possibly can. I expect a pitcher's duel, so I think it's going to be a fairly quick game, so hopefully we get them both in. If not, if I have to flip over there while we're getting ready before Braves' first pitch, we will continue to keep the 3D here for you. Beautiful sunshine day here in Seattle, and the roof is open. Getting ready for first pitch as Brian Wu is firing his final warm-up tosses. And as soon as the 3D kicks in, we will bring it to you. Testing it out right now. Once again, another false start as Wu going out there for his final warm-up tosses. And we're getting false start after one after another, so we'll have to wait for it to figure itself out. But as soon as it's ripping, we'll bring it up. You can put a man on the moon for some reason. They can't figure out how to get this thing started earlier than what it does. Just have to assume because it does it with every stadium. There's some lazy involved in some of this stuff, but I believe most of it is creator error, not realizing that people want to be inside before the game ever starts. There we go. Game one of a two-game broadcast today. Braves and Dodgers will follow us. Braves magic number for you Braves fans. As you can see in the chat, we updated the magic number for the Braves. We are all the way down to 26. Win here would drop it to 25 if the Mariners were to win, and if the Braves were to follow, we'd get it down to 24 for today. Philadelphia Phillies and Kyle Schwarber is coming to the plate, and the first pitch up top, it's called for a strike, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1, righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch upstairs, and they're going to challenge that, and he will get it correct. So that'll break it to 1-1. Wu kicks and fires. Four-seamer top of the zone, 1-1. For 1-1 count. Nothing your score, just getting going here. Pitch on the way, swing, fouls it straight back. 1-2. Phillies nothing, Mariners nothing. The 1-2. Turns and fires, swing. Pops it back foul, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 count, swung on and lifted high and deep into right center field. That ball gets down and hops over the wall, and it is a leadoff double to start the inning, to start the game for the Phillies. So runner at second and nobody out. The infield back into the left. Schwarber, the 16th double of the year. Of course, that goes along with his 39 home runs. And this will bring Trey Turner to the plate. Turner First pitch swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Just getting going here. Nothing your score if you're just joining us. Schwarber on second with the leadoff double, and the 0-1 pitch to Trey Turner is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. We're looking in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the high heat, and there's one away. Good pitch there by Wu, bringing the heat. And he's a strikeout pitcher. For those of y'all who may not be familiar with him, I believe his over-under today was 5.5 on the plus side, but in years past, he has been a big-time strikeout pitcher. First pitch swinging by Bryce Harper is a four-seam fastball in on his hands and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing lifted. High and deep. Left center field going back on the track at the wall. Trying to make the leap and grab is Julio Rodriguez, but he does not get there. And that ball is clocked and rocked, and it's quickly 2-0 Philadelphia. .388 feet over the wall, and just like that, man, did Julio Rodriguez come close. He just misjudged it. The ball actually hit under his glove and bounced over the wall. Just there a shade too late. First pitch on the ground, swung on by Arias, flips it over to first, 4-3, 2 down. 6-3, excuse me. Left to right across the outfield for the Seattle Mariners, it's Rosarena, Julio, and Ward. Round the horn, third to first, Wilson, JP, Rodden, Wisdom, and Paredes behind the plate. Wu on the bump. Phillies starting lineup, Schwarber, Turner, and Harper, as you just saw. Arias. That'll bring Alec Boehm to the plate. 14 home runs all in the year. He'll be followed by Stott, Marsh, JT, Real Muto, and the number 9 hitter is Justin Crawford. First pitch is right there, strike at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing, pops it up, back out of play. 1-2. So an 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the bender out and away, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. 2-0 your score. Seattle grabs the sticks when we return.
I'll try and break it down one more time. The fact that you are attracted to me and the mess that I am is the red flag.
Super marriage tip. If your wife is not cleaning the house as she should, let her know that you have friends coming over later that afternoon. After she gets done cleaning the house and it's all spotless, inform her that the friends canceled and wouldn't be coming. And
I dress cute. I smile at him. I even winked at him 2 times. You winked at him? And all they get back.
I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Actually, I was born in Illinois. My mother and father were on an oleomargarine run to Chicago back in 1934 because we couldn't get colored margarine in Wisconsin. On the way home, my mother was with child, me, and the pain started, and my dad pulled off into an exit area, and that's where the event took place. I remember it was a nativity-type setting. and I was immediately wrapped in swaddling clothes and put in the back of a 37 Chevy without a heater. And that was the start of this Cinderella story that you're hearing today. I signed a very modest $3,000 bonus with the Braves in Milwaukee, which I'm sure a lot of you know, and my old man didn't have that kind of money to put out. But the Braves took it. And from there on, it was baseball. Starting with the Braves in Milwaukee, St. Louis, where I won the World's Championship for them in 1964, to the Philadelphia Phillies, and then back to the Braves in Atlanta, where I became Phil Necro's personal chaser.
Look, I probably should have told you this before, but insanity runs in my family. Practically gallows.
Welcome back. First pitch from Luzardo, swing and a miss. Strike, it's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Ward the batter. And the 0-1 inside, 1-1. 1 through 9 through the order for Seattle will be Ward, Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez, and Cal Raleigh, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. He's 1-1 foul back, 1-2. Wisdom's at first, J.P. Crawford's at short, Wilson, third, Pareda behind the plate is the 1-2 pitch. Swing, bangs it down the third base line. We'll do it again. Rodden is the second baseman today. Left to right for the Philadelphia Phillies in the outfield, it's Marsh, Crawford, and Harper. The 1-2 pitch. High and out of the zone, 2-2. Bryson Stotts at third, Turner's at short, Arias at second, and Bohm at first. Luzardo on the bump, and JT Realmuto behind the plate. One thing you want to keep an eye on is the defense of the Philadelphia Phillies. The 2-2 pitch swing, pops it up. Can of corn, Stotts got it, one away. You had some shuffling of the deck after the trade deadline, and they moved Harper to right, Bohm from third to first, Stott from second to third to put Luis Arias at the second base position. And I've only seen a few Phillies games because they're playing usually when we're playing, and I'm calling the Braves broadcast, but I've seen some very shaky defense. So it could be a factor today. First pitch right there at the strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Good to see everybody in the chat. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chopper back to the mound. It's going to be an underhanded toss. Luzardo to Bohm, 2 down. What we got in here too? We don't do the traditional roll call on the doubleheaders because there just isn't enough time, and I'm trying to save what voice I'll have left. We're doing 3 doubleheaders in 4 days. It's going to be crazy, but it kind of gets me prepared for what we do in October is the first pitch. Upstairs for a strike, it's 0-1. See Chop Shop and Richard Talley. Who else we got in here? Yak. I'm probably mispronouncing that. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Maybe it's Yak. Jeremy. Alice in Washington. The 0-2 pitch, swing lifted into right field, going back on the track, making the leaping catch. And Bryce Harper's telling Julio Rodriguez that's how it's done. Almost an exact identical type of catch. That ball wasn't hit as hard, and the inning is over. It had enough to get out, but Bryce Harper's leather was in the way.
All I'm saying is there are women all over the place that watch serial killer documentaries for fun and literally fall asleep to true crime murder podcasts because it helps them to relax. Super marriage tip. In order to show your wife that you are great in remembering details, let her know when her hair reminds you of your ex-girlfriend. She will be shocked at your amazing memory.
During every player's career, there comes a time when you know that your services are no longer required, that you might be moving on, traded, sold, released, whatever it may be. And having been with 4 clubs, I picked up a few of these tips. I remember Gene Mauch doing things to me at Philadelphia. I'd be sitting there and he'd say, grab a bat and stop this rally. Send me up there without a bat and tell me to try for a walk. Look down at the third base coach for a sign and have him turn his back on you. But you know what? Things like that never bothered me. I've set records that will never be equaled. 90% I hope are never printed. 200 lifetime batting average in the major leagues, which tied me with another sports great, averaging 200 or better for a 10-year period. Don Carter, one of our top bowlers. In 1967, I set a major league record for pass balls, and I did that without playing every game. There was a game, as a matter of fact, during that year when Phil Niekro's brother and he were pitching against each other in Atlanta. Their parents were sitting right behind home plate. I saw their folks more that day than they did the whole weekend.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
Welcome back. Not sure if I get everybody, so real quick. I know I saw Peta in the chat. First pitch swinging. Fouled away. Stott versus Wu. It's 0-1. Philly leads it 2-0. Marbus the Clown. Chop Shop. Richard Talley. Allison Washingland. Jernai. Yak, maybe? Ya 1K. Yak. EO1. Right there, it's 0-2. Scott Bingham. Yeah, we've gotten him this week. Scott, I don't know if you paid attention, but we won last night, the Atlanta Braves, when I say we, and Philly is trying to stave off a sweep here. Magic number is down to 26 coming into today. Is the 0-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. Braves now with a 4.5 game lead in the division. The 0-2 pitch, swing, slices it down the left field line. That is a fair ball, just getting into the corner, and it's in back-to-back innings with leadoff doubles for the Philadelphia Phillies. So another leadoff double given up by Wu. Righty-lefty matchup. Brandon Marsh, or Captain Caveman as he's been known to us for many years. First pitch on the way. Drops a curveball just below the knees. It's 1-0. Pitch, swing, pops back the four-seamer, 1-1. One count, runner at second. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. Brian Wu has a 5-pitch mix nowadays. He no longer throws his the 1-2 pitch fouled away. Four-seam fastball coming in at 98 miles an hour. We'll do it again. It's a 6-pitch mix. I think I might have said 5. Four-seam fastball, and it's a good one, not 47% of the time. Sinker at 19, slider at 15, and the sweeper at 11. To keep you off balance, he throws the change at 6% as the slider goes down and in, 2-2. And the curveball at just 2%. So though he is a kitchen sinker, he'll throw everything but the kitchen sink at you. He leans heavily on that fastball. The 2-2 pitch, nowhere near the zone, 3-2. And I've always contended that that's what has led to his variations of struggles. There's time where he looks unhittable, and there's time where, like today, where he's struggling. If somebody ever gets a hold of Wu and gets him out of Seattle and just gets him to lean on 3-4 pitches, he's going to be unbeatable. Four-seam fastball misses out of the zone. Ball 4. And runners on first and second. Nobody out, and JT Realmuto coming to the plate. Your home plate umpires Chad Fairchild. Bill Miller is the first base umpire. Chad Whitson, second base, and down the third base line, it's Brian Walsh. Quick mound visit out there by Pete Woodworth, the pitching coach. So he'll head back to the dugout. Wu back to the bump, and the shortstop, excuse me, the catcher, what am I talking about? The catcher, Pareda, goes back behind the dish. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch on the way. P at the knees, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Phillies with the 2-run lead. That's the bad news if you're pulling for Seattle. The good news is the Phillies bullpen has been shaky, and if you can get to them before they get to their closer, you got a real chance to put some runs on the board. Quick flip back to the second baseman, back to the second base bag. The infield is back into the left, so that is the second baseman, Rodden, trying to apply the tag, but a little too late. First pitch swinging. Realmuto off that 0-1, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Seattle double play depth with the catcher at the plate. So they love a double play here. But with the strikeout pitcher, you got a couple of options here. The 0-2. Swing. Punches back the four-seamer. A little bit behind it. It's 0-2. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Philadelphia. No runs, no hits, no errors for Seattle. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. High four-seamer. Big first out. Crawford now comes to the plate. First pitch, inside, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. It's 1-0. Tonight it's going to be Sasaki versus A.J. Smith-Shawver. Ought to be a fun matchup with a couple of young right-handers with good stuff coming to the game tonight in Atlanta. Is the 1-0 right there at the outer edge, 1-1. Justin Crawford, the center fielder, not to be confused with J.P. Crawford, the shortstop in today's game. The 1-1 pitch, way high outside wide, 2-1. Justin Crawford, the man at the plate. He is the son of Carl Crawford, if you remember him. The 2-1 pitch. Right there at the knees, calling a ball, and immediately Paredes going to challenge this. I think he'll get it. Looked like quite a bit of that pitch was in the zone. Yes, we'll say 85%. So that'll even it up at 2-2. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. J.P. Crawford is the cousin of Carl Crawford. So, yes, they are related in today's game. The 2-2 pitch, swing, fouls it back. I don't think I ever knew that those two guys were related. I just assumed it was a fairly common last name. The 2-2 count, 2 on, 1 out. Infield back into the right. Outfield deep and straight away. The pitch in the dirt. 3-2. Full count. Wu digging in. Swing, fouls back the sinker. We'll go back to the payoff pitch. This is going to be pitch 38 for Wu, so not a good sign if you're a Mariners fan. He's got a very high pitch count in the second inning. Not only does he need to get out of this jam, but he's going to have to get some economical innings if he's going to go a ways. The payoff pitch, swing, chopper on the ground. That is through the hole. Here comes the throw. They're sending the runner. He'll score easily, and it's 3-0 Philly. Runners on first and second, 1 out, and back to the top of the order with Kyle Schwarber. So 2 on, 1 out. Schwarber coming to the plate. He cracked a double over the wall. It bounced over the wall. Grounds rule double his first time up. First pitch misses high. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Good to see you, Hanger. Swing. Pops it up. Going over towards the third base dugout, but running out of room is the backstop Pareda. 1-1. Schwarber is usually trying to get under every pitch. That's why he's got so many home runs. It's going to be a hard guy to double up. But if you can get him to hit it on the ball, he is a slow runner. You can get him to hit it on the ground. It's a double play waiting to happen, but once again, he is a fly ball hitter. He's perfected the art of getting underneath the pitch. Batting .243 on the year. 39 home runs, the 1-1 down and in, curveball, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Infield is back into the right, double play depth. Closest man to second base is the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. The 2-1 pitch, swing. Chops a sinker off the plate, foul. And it's 2-2. Deuce is wild here, 2 on, 2 out, top of the second. The 2-2. Swing, blast. And that ball is cooked and booked. His 40th home run of the year. And just like that, Philly's got a 5-run lead. 29th player in Major League Baseball history. Six seasons of 40-plus home runs. So Brian Wu goes back to work, and woo, he's getting his butt kicked. First pitch inside, 6-0. I think I said 5-0. 6-0. First pitch inside for a ball to Trey Turner, busting him back. I don't know if that was a purpose pitch or if that's just Wu being erratically wild today. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play, 1-1. And honestly, if you're a Seattle, you look at this from the Seattle view, you still need Wu to go a distance here. You can't have him just spit the bit and go out of the game second inning, because it could absolutely wreck your bullpen. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. We've seen bigger comebacks than this, so you still got a long way to go in this one. You can't just throw in the towel. But the same thing you're looking at if you're a Seattle Mariner fan. You look at the standings come in today as the 1-2 outside wide, 2-2. The Mariners come into today 2.5 behind Houston, who leads the division. Texas is in between them, a half game out of the Astros. So 2 in front of Seattle, the 2-2. Swing, pops it back foul. And it just does, it seems like these three teams are destined to go 3 wide into the corner last back half of September. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Wu. That's the good news. The bad news, fourth strikeout of the day for Wu. Well, then scratch what I was going to say. It doesn't make any sense. I was going to say third strikeout. Problem is he's giving up twice as many runs. But Bryce Harper comes to the plate. First pitch. Drops a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday afternoon. We've got a full deck for you heading into the weekend here on Braves Country Radio. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Down and in, 2-0. Braves and Dodgers coming up here in a little bit. By the way, Sean Murphy is behind the plate again tonight. They put their, thankfully for my sake, because I have to jot them on down, they got their lineups out already as the 2-0. Down and away. Ball 3-0. And I know it's an unpopular take, but I'm all for having Sean Murphy in the lineup. Put him at the bottom. I still kind of think you might be better off making him 8 and Riley 9. So if Riley does get on, is the pitch right there? 3-1. If Riley does get on, he'd be in front of the top of the order, and he has much better speed, much better base runner. But putting all that aside, I just like having him in the lineup most days. The 3-1 swing and miss, 3-2. My guess would be you're probably going to have Murphy not in the lineup tomorrow because it's Yamamoto, it's Sale. You don't need the veteran presence behind the mound with Baldwin because of Sale. You can have Baldwin call that game. Sale's a very simple pitcher to catch, essentially, the 3-2. Swing, golfs it. Out into left field, coming in, making the running catch for out number 3 is Arozarena, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Phillies put 4 on the board, 6-0. It's time for the Mariners to grab the sticks and get in this ball game.
Look here, you ain't a snack if everybody's had a bite. You a free sample.
Darling, correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point in your life, perhaps when you were a child, someone took you aside and said, you are important. You have something important to say. People are dying. They're clamoring to hear your opinion. Did that happen, darling? Well, if so, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they lied to you. Nobody cares. Your opinion is worthless. It's trash. Keep it to yourself.
With people like Necro, and this was another thing that I found the easy way out to catch a knuckleball, was to wait until it stopped rolling and then just pick it up. There were a lot of things that aggravated me too. My family is here today, my boys, my girls, my kids used to do things that aggravate me too. I'd take them to a game and they'd want to come home with a different player. You know, people have asked me a lot of times, because I didn't hit a lot, we all know that, how long a dozen bats would last me. Depending on the weight and the model I was using at that particular time, I would say 8 to 10 cookout. But there are, again, as I said, tips that you pick up when the Braves were going to release me. It's a tough time for a manager, for your family, for the player, to be told that you're never going to play the game again. And I can remember walking in the clubhouse that day, and Luman Harris, who was the Braves manager, came up to me and said there were no visitors allowed. So again, I knew I might be moving on. But that's when the baseball career started as a broadcaster. I remember working first with Milo Hamilton and Ernie Johnson, and I was all fired up about that too, until I found out that my portion of the broadcast was being used to jam Radio Free Europe. And I picked up a microphone one day and my mic had no cord on it, so I was talking to nobody.
Welcome back. First pitch is a sinker at the knees to Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. 18 home runs on the year, and he's gotten scalding hot in this homestand. 7 for 16 with 5 home runs. The 0-1. Check swing. Went around. It's 0-2. And that's put it into context with a terrible year. We're talking about bad hitting catchers. Cal Raleigh's still only batting 169 on the season. That's coming off a season where last year he should have been the AL MVP. He was robbed of that award, the 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. But that's got nothing to do with this year. And he hit 3 in one game the other night on Monday, and he backed that up with one yesterday. Lefty-righty matchup, sweeper at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, punches it back foul, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Turns and kicks. Sweeper misses down and in. 1-2. Infield back and to the left. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Kicks to the backstop. 2-2. The 2-2. Upstairs, caught looking, strike 3. Got to swing the bat there, Wisdom. Showing a lack of wisdom behind the plate, 2 away. That is strikeout number 2 for Luzardo. Still has yet to give up a hit. Still has yet to give up a base runner. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sinker down below the knees, it's 1-0. J.P. Crawford batting .213 on the year, 10 home runs, 30 RBI, the 1-0. Inside track misses, ball 2-0. I think the biggest thing for Seattle is just get a base runner on and make them come out of the 2-0 right there at the knees, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Out and away, ball 3-1. Get him out of that stretch position and make him go to work. Right now, they're making it easy on him. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Chased a four-seamer. It was in the zone, but if he makes he's going back to ask the home plate umpire if that was a strike. It was a strike, but if you make contact with that, in all likelihood, that's going to be a can of corn, foul territory in the third base side. The 3-2, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. They went right back to him. Can't handle it? You're going to see it again, baby. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the third. 6-0 bad guys. We return. Philly grabs the bats. In this date, 1941, against the St. Louis Cardinals, a ragtag group of 5 musicians dubbed the Dodger Symphony by announcer Red Barber makes their Ebbets Field debut. None of the members can read music, but the band performs with zany antics at evening and weekend games. On this date, 1979, Philadelphia Phillies retire uniform number 1 in honor of Hall of Fame outfielder Richie Ashburn. Considered one of the best leadoff hitters and defensive players during his 12-year career with the Phillies, after brief stints with the Cubs and the expansion Mets, Whitey Ashburn returned to Philadelphia, becoming a beloved baseball broadcaster for the team until he died in 1997. And on this date in 1989, Major League Baseball Commissioner Bartlett Giamatti, stating he believed that Pete Rose had bet on baseball games, including those of the team he managed, announces an agreement that bans Pete Rose permanently from baseball. The 5-page agreement signed by the commissioner and the Reds manager does not indicate the suspension is specifically for betting on baseball games and does not include language that Rose wagered on bets specifically for the contest, though later he would admit to doing so. His lifetime banishment would be lifted after his death, now making him eligible for the Hall of Fame by baseball commissioner Rob Manfred. Well, one of the things I like the most about these day games, even if they turn into blowouts, there's still a long way to go in this one, but anything y'all want to talk about, we got time to do that because the chat doesn't get us flooded, and so we can treat this as basically a baseball talk show or sports talk show at that point. First pitch upstairs, 4-seam fastball called for a strike. It's 0-1. So any questions you got, fire them away. 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. No, I just saw it because of what you put in the chat. I'd look up who it was. I wasn't. I recognize his face now that I see it, but I wasn't familiar with his. I guess he was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but he's one of those faces like you know, but I don't really know why I know him type of thing. If you just would have shown me a picture, I'd be like, I don't know, is he an opera singer? The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Foul territory. F5 in your scorecard. 2 down. Let's see what else he's been in. So I feel like I've seen him in other stuff, but the first thing they go to is Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that was never my bag of tricks. I remember people going to those. They would go to see him in movie theaters. When I was in high school, I can remember that there were people that made like a Friday night out of it. I think it was Friday, but maybe it was Saturday. But there were particular movie theaters that showed it like, I don't know if it was every Friday night, but it was enough where you knew it went on. The 0-1 pitch. Wu takes the pitch at the knee. Sweeper, it's 0-2. was trying to find his filmography. That's one thing I don't like about is the 0-2 outside wide. 1 and 2. I feel like Bohm was challenging that, but they called it a ball. He never knows what the hell he's doing. He still hasn't touched home plate on that Sunday night baseball game. The 1-2 fouls it back. He went to tap his helmet, and then the umpire had to tell him, dude, I called it a ball. What are you doing? You go to Wikipedia, like, not everybody's page is set up the same, which is really frustrating. Like, they ought to make it uniform. But they don't. Just whatever nutbag comes up with whatever formula, and they just kind of run with it. But I like the Wikipedia pages that you can go straight to a filmography. It's broken down to television, film, etc. The 1-2 swing fouls away. And people always tell you, we'll go to the IMD page. I hate the ways those are set up. They're not easy to read. And then what really drives you nuts are the people who have multiple pages. And you have to go to different pages to find what you're looking for in the same person. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4-seam fastball, cooking it upstairs, 2 down. It was blown right by him. I don't know what Bohm was complaining about. Did he want to challenge that? He just swung at it, buddy. I see more and more why Philly fans don't like Bohm. Yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that part of it, Hanger. I go there I don't go there to to figure out somebody's political side or whatever. I just go for, what movie do I know this guy from? First pitch is swung on the ground and chopped over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Mariners getting shut out. Mariners getting no hit. Mariners getting perfected right now. We'll be back in a flash.
Foreigners? I f***ing hate foreigners. It's such bull. Like they don't know how to tip. Oh, they know. Oh, yeah, they f***ing know.
I don't know why you have to get dressed before me.
Leave me alone.
You know good and well that
I'm trying to enjoy my bacon and eggs.
You haven't got bacon and eggs.
You reckon?
Super marriage tip. When your wife makes a mistake, consistently remind her about it. She will be grateful for you for bringing it up on a consistent basis as a means to help her better herself.
But you know, of all the things that I've done, this has always been number one, baseball. The commercials, the films, the television series. I could never wait for everything to get over to get back to baseball. And to all of you baseball fans around America and any place else, for your letters, your thoughts, your kindness for all of these years. It's been a great run, but number one has always been baseball for me. No matter what else I ever did, baseball was the only way I wanted to go. I thank you very much for your attention today. Thank you for having me, and congratulations to everybody here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, I think you should diet.
What?
Just think it's time for you to diet.
Can you explain?
I mean, it'd probably boost your self-esteem. You'd probably feel a lot better.
Uh-huh.
I mean, most women at this point get tired of it.
Tired of what?
Tired of the blonde hair. I mean, aren't you ready for like brunette or?
Welcome back.
I like redheads. I mean, you can
First
talk
pitch
about
on
it.
the way. Swung on and smoked on the ground. Over to third. Diving stop over there by Stott. And it's going to be, man, that ball was smoked. Wilson. Diving stop over there by Bryson Stott. Nifty play. Jumped to his feet and fired it first. Got him with ease. One away. Hard hit ball. Just hit it right into his glove backhand. Pareda takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, four-seamer. Down and in. Bad call. Didn't challenge it. 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on. Chop foul over towards the third base dugout. 1-2. A 1-2 count. Sweeper. Down and in. 2-2. They checked down the line. He did not go around. The 2-2. Just misses outside. Ball 3-2. If you don't know the strike zone pitch that missed that far inside, that tells you why the guy's hitting as poorly as he is. The 3-2 pitch. Down below the knees, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first. So it's a 1-out walk, and see if that gets the Seattle Mariners bats going. I don't think we've been able to play Seattle's sound bites so far today. We don't normally do it for walks, but we'll do it for here. Rod in the batter. First pitch right there for a strike on the intercut. It's 0-1. So I finally found a different page to show what he is known for. The Tim Curry actor, along with, I'm sure Peters is referencing it because of he's famous for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But I'd never really watched him. I was like, why do I've always noticed he was in Oliver Twist in 1982. Pretty good movie there. They're taking a look at the home plate umpire. He got the fastball off of Rod's bat and went straight back to his mask. He never touched JT's glove. So while they look at him, we'll go through this. He was in Roseanne, the television show, for 2 episodes. These are his TV. He was on Saturday Night Live once, but I don't remember that. He made a ton of the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased a bad one down around his ankles, and there's 2 down. He made a ton of movies where he was making cameos. First pitch on the way to Ward, the leadoff batter for the Mariners, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Guess he was on Will and Grace a couple times in Monk. The 0-1 pitch. Change up and called for a strike. It's 0-2. Very close call. Taylor Ward popped out to third his first time up. The 0-2 pitch, swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. The 0-2 count, swing, pop up. High into left field. Can't find it, and finally finds it. Captain Caveman couldn't hardly see the ball. He does have sunglasses on, but that sun was blinding him. We'll go to the top of the 4th. 6-0 Philadelphia here in Seattle.
People ask me why I don't want any more kids. They ask me, which one was the hardest one? Which one was it? My mother-in-law's kid was the hardest one.
Can minimalism just die already? I'm trying to buy a computer desk, and I'm not a 70-year-old divorce attorney or the judge from My Cousin Vinny, so my only other options are a piece of wood with 2 pin legs. And this is every piece of furniture made these days. What happened to storage? I got to hide. I got skeletons in these closets. Doesn't anyone else miss when furniture could cover up how chaotic your life was? One of the greatest presidents in United States history was able to hide the fact that he was in a wheelchair thanks to the back of a desk. Not to mention all the other great things presidents were able to achieve thanks to not being able to see what was behind a desk.
Super marriage tip. When your wife is angry and starts to raise her voice at you, just tell her to calm down. She will come to her senses, realize she should not be angry, and calm right down.
In baseball, you can't always explain why you feel the way you do about certain players.
From the New York Yankees, number 23, Don Mattingly.
I think it's probably very hard to think of baseball in the 1980s where he isn't the face of it.
He's as good a player as I have ever seen in my career.
Way back, goodbye.
Anytime Donnie get to the plate, the pitchers were like, oh, God, not him again.
You saw a person who turned himself into as great a first baseman as there was in that era.
Well, one of the reasons I won 2 Gold Gloves in New York was because of Don Mattingly.
That's why he is a Gold Glove first baseman.
We just called him Donnie Baseball because he was what baseball personified. The way he carried himself, the way he comported himself.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
It just seemed perfect. I mean, the whole package, the eye black.
Players suck. They're entitled.
Welcome back. First pitch, sweeper at the knees. It's on 1. I've forgotten that clip, and I don't know who that was saying that. But players suck. Feeling like we could put that on repeat many a nights here on the game. The 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires, lifted. High and deep into center field, drifting back, making the catch. Out there is Julio. No way. You do wonder how this game could have been a little different if he was able to catch that ball that went, basically his glove went over it as he was leaping for it, and it bounced underneath his glove and then went over the wall. Tough play, and I'm sure the sun had a lot to do with it too. Julio's normally a very good fielder, but you just wonder if he makes that catch, does that change a lot of things in this game? It seems like Wu just kind of spun out of control after that one. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops another line, foul. I've always wanted the Braves to make a trade for him, but that's just selfish because I want to be able to go, woo, every time he gets a strikeout. That's the only reason why I want him on the Braves. There was rumors that the Braves were trying to get George Kirby. That never came about. Man, did you see what he did last night to the Phillies? He spanked him. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. I think he fired 9 strikeouts. He went about 8 innings. I can't remember if he actually made it through 8. I was watching it, but I wasn't watching. It was on mute kind of thing. And he was absolutely dominant. And there was a lot of talk about, man, is that live? PCA was getting into it with, see who he's getting into it with. The 0-2 pitch. Outside wide 1-2. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be? Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire. Whatever happened, Counsell is going off on him. PCA had to be pulled away as the 1-2. Misses high, 2-2. 2-2 count. If that game had more meaning for the Braves, I'd say we just flip over there and do that game. But there's no real meaning for that game. Cubs and Diamondbacks are 0-0. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Underneath it. Making the catch out there is Wilson. One away. If this game gets much uglier, we might just flip over there. It's a big game in the grand scheme of the National League playoffs. But I want to give Seattle a chance to get back in this one. We'll give it till the end of the fifth. Pitch on the way, down and in. 1-0. So a 1-0 count. Brings it, swings, slaps it right down the line, but right at the third baseman. Wilson with another good play over that, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. See if Seattle's got any magic in these bats when we come back. 6-0, they trail, and no runs, no hits, no errors.
I got some green paint and I found a snake. Great. Why? You know, the snakes, because I don't remember where we landed on St. Patty, but I remember snakes were involved. And the green paint's for the beer.
Okay, love the snake. But why not just use food coloring for the beer?
Because beer's not a food. When was the last time you ate a beer?
When was the last time you drank paint? Have you been drinking paint?
No.
Let me see your tongue. Oh my God, dude! You can't drink paint.
I know. I hear you.
You say that, but I don't think that you're gonna stop.
I get it though, man. That's right.
I feel like you're saying you get it, but you don't get it.
It's cool.
It's not cool.
In year 2, in March of '73, you end up in the Final Four. I mean, year 2 in the Final Four, and you face the great UCLA Bruins and John Wooden.
Well, I've never been a Wooden fan, you know.
Now, that's like almost heresy.
And not to me, it isn't. You know, Wooden had a guy named Sam Gilbert. And
he kind of did the dirty work.
Not kinda.
Okay.
Sam Gilbert was the #1 recruiter for UCLA. But from then on, I don't respect Wooden because he allowed Sam Gilbert to do whatever it took to recruit kids. And one time he told me, he said, I just didn't know how to deal with Sam Gilbert. And I'm saying to myself, well, I damn sure should have dealt with him.
I think he was the perfect face of the Yankees at the time. He was the captain of the Yankees, and you could just sense that even opponents respected him.
He was as good as there was. He was the captain of the team. I mean, he had to set the example. He was the guy that everybody looked up to.
Everything he did in his career, he was exemplary of how to be a Yankee. You had no choice but just to kind of look up, to him and trying to emulate what he was doing.
It wasn't about Donnie. It was about the team. Donnie didn't want to jump out to the forefront of all the limelight.
He gives you that impression that he's here to work. He rolls his sleeves up. He doesn't want to shortcut anything. It's blue collar. He never lost the Midwest.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Randy Arozarena comes to the plate for the Seattle Mariners. The 0-1 pitch, down and in, 1-1. What is going on with this umpire? He can't get his butt out of the way of the camera. 1-1 count. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-1. There he goes. He finally disappears. You wonder what that is that causes that, because obviously the umpire's not moving. The 2-1 swing pops it back foul. There's got to be some setting that they have to hit to make sure that it's looking past through the umpire. The 2-2. Fouls the four-seamer back. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, ball 3-2. Payoff pitch, punches it down the right field line, first base line, giving Chase his bone, but it'll fall to the ground. Foul. We'll do it one more time. Payoff pitch, down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. It's the second base runner for the Mariners. They've yet to collect a hit. One on, nobody out. Julio Rodriguez comes to the plate. The big dumper stands on deck. The first pitch on the way. Inside, misses, not challenged by Rodriguez. You gotta be kidding me with that, buddy. It's 0-1. Missing a hell of a game, Julio. The 0-1. Quick flip over there. Man, that was a good pickoff move. Good job by Rosarena to get back in time. See if this screen will pull back. The 0-1 count. There we go. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 0-2. We're talking about watch it. I forget his exact words, but basically Waylon Jennings had a quote years ago that says is the 0-2. Misses 1 and 2. I was trying to find it. I thought it was from a song, but must have just been a quote that he said, the 1-2. In the dirt, 2 and 2. And the gist of it was never get old enough to watch your heroes die. And he was referring to growing up being a fan not only of music but also, you know, all the Cowboys on the movie screens. The 2-2 outside wide, 3 and 2. I remember when I heard it, was, you know, I was a young kid. It was in the early 90s. And I remember going, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not looking forward to that. Now we're all starting to see it. This is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball. Blew by you. 1 away. I guess the only other way to prevent that is to not live long enough. So I don't know if I like that option. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch. Raleigh smacks it down the line, foul. It's 0-1. But I grew up fans of the famous people that I was fans of growing up. A lot of them were older to begin with, so there was no chance of me seeing them last a long time. Like, I was a huge Vin Scully fan, and I didn't expect Skip, but Harry Carey was my favorite daily broadcaster that I saw as the 0-1. You go around. He did not 1-1. But I liked old Skip too. If you ask me which one I preferred, they both had great styles, but I just always loved Harry Carey. He was so damn funny. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1 and 2. And you never know when you're going to stumble into a ball game that's a blowout like this one. And Harry Carey made you want to listen because he was so engaging and so funny. And usually drunk as a skunk by the 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blowing it right by him. So Wisdom comes back up to the plate. Still looking for their first base hit. First pitch on the way is knocked into the dirt, and that ball's going to get far away. It's going to be an easy advancement for Rosarena. He literally walked the last 45 feet. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss over the top, 1-1. They're not picking up that sweeper from Lizardo. And when he's on, that's where that ball usually drops, just below the knees, just out of the strike zone. When he's had his troubles as he fires it over to second, man, that was close. Rosarena almost got caught napping back in time. when he's running into problems, it's when that sweeper gets hung and they get underneath it and start clocking at the 1-1 pitch swing. Lifted high and deep into center field, but not nearly deep enough. Easy peasy, F8 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 6-0 bad guys here in Seattle.
At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Hell are you doing? I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Where are you from? What's your real name? What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe.
That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
It's much better than you stinking Irish.
Oh, I like him.
Just a drink.
He can play.
He can't throw.
He can't throw and he can't field. Why do you like him?
He gets on base. You want answers! I want the truth!
He gets on base, so do I care if it's a walk or a hit?
You do not.
I do not.
Just a drink.
What draws my admiration? What is that which gives me joy?
Just a drink.
Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for individual achievement. But in the field, part of a team. Part of one big team. Sunny day, stands full of fans. What does he have to say?
Just a drink.
I get nowhere unless the team wins.
A day may come when the courage of men fail, but it is not this day.
Just a drink.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Forget it, he's rolling. I think he'll ever get out of here.
One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Just a drink.
Do you really want to get him? What are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, you must be prepared to go all the way. Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Just a drink.
The Lord hates a coward. Do you know what a blood oath is?
Yes.
Good, because you just took one.
Just a drink.
Go ahead. Make my day.
You can't handle the truth.
Did it ever occur to you I just might go tapioca and throw you out of one of the windows?
Just a drink.
Perfect.
Shaken, not stirred.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jose Ferrer, who's been warming up off and on the last couple innings, is coming in the game to face Schwarber in the top of the order. So Brian Woo's day is done. 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 5 hits allowed, a walk, 5 strikeouts. There's the 0-1 pitch right there. It's on 2. And he gave it 2 home runs, a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. It's really been the death of him today is letting the base runners on, but then the home run ball got him. The 0-2 pitch swing. Dribbles it down the line over to first. It'll be a 3-1 Ferrer cover in the bag. 1 away. What happens in 3.5 hours? Oh, he's getting off work. Okay. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch down and in. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. I thought I'd seen some kind of alert where the Braves are getting pushed back. I'm like, don't do that. I am over these freaking rain delays. 1-0 count. Right there at the knees. 1-1. From what I saw, it was pretty good weather in Atlanta. It's the 1-1 right there. 1-2. That was earlier today. I'm going to double check it real quick. 1-2 count. In the dirt, 2-2. Supposedly the hourly weather in Atlanta is not too bad. The 2-2. Sinker misses 3-2. Can be deceiving because you're in that mid-south region as the payoff pitch. Swing. Rolls it up the middle. It's going to be a 4-3 put out on the way. The weather moves so much slower than it does here on the coast. The southeast area. There is a pretty nasty front that's rolling across, though. I hope that is not accurate. Pitch inside. Bryce Harper. I guess it hit his bat. It almost looked like it hit him. So a foul tip makes it 0-1. 2 down. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs on the outer edge. Did he go around? He did not. Now, Pareto wants to challenge. It looks like that ball hit the zone. We've seen some really bad calls by Fairchild. Yep. That's a strike. 1-2. I was about to say we've seen some bad calls by Fairchild this year. Or, excuse me, this game. We've seen calls by Fairchild being terrible his entire career. This guy. What's going on here? He's arguing with Dan Wilson, the manager of Seattle. So whatever it is, they got it straightened out, a 1-2 count. Oh, that's what it is. They're calling it a 1-1 count because Dopey behind the plate didn't realize that that first pitch was fouled as the 2-1 pitch is swung on, lifted down the left field lines. Fair ball, and it's going to be a 2-out double for the Phillies. So when I told you that first pitch had foul tipped, because everybody saw it, and I just assumed it was called that way. Plus, both screens, all the screens, not only just the television screens, but our electronic scoreboard had rung it up as a strike. But Dopey Fairchild didn't know it had hit his bat. He just thought the ball rolled to the backstop for no reason, which one of the main issues with why he's a terrible umpire. But anyways, doesn't matter at this point now, but it should have been 0-2, which would have really changed that pitch selection. The 1-1, the first pitch on the way to Arias is punch foul. It's 1-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it as he gets closer. What it's showing, but it's the 0-2 swing. In and out of the glove. Foul tip. It's showing right now on this radar that there's rain that could be coming over the stadium until about first pitch. And then there's a huge gap in which this rain's going to subside. And they do think there might be rain tonight, later tonight, as the 0-2 fouled away. And then it's going to be clear the rest of the way. Knowing the Braves, they're going to want to milk every single concession out of them, and they'll start in a rain delay. The 0-2 pitch. Swing! Just got a piece of that. So if you're heading to the ball game, there's a good chance we're going to get some kind of nonsense from him. But hopefully that weather moves faster than we expected, and it's not an issue. The 0-2 pitch swing. Loosed on the ground over to short. Crawford fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. So they keep him off the board this inning. They'll grab the bats looking for their first hit. The perfecto's gone, but the no-no is still a possibility.
Well, I'm feeling quite well rested. Some might say I slept like a baby. But that one, it's never made no sense to me. I've had 3 of those, and I don't recall a lot of sleeping.
I have contained my rage for as long as possible, but I shall unleash my fury upon you like the crashing of 1,000 waves! Begone, vile man! Begone from me! A starter car! This car is a finisher car! A transporter of gods! The Golden God! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
My mom asked me, she said, if you took a shot for every bad decision you've ever made, would you be sober, would you be tipsy, or would you be wasted? I said, I'll be dead.
Little manager card, and you think you're so cool just because you write the schedule and you get to tell us what to do, when in reality, you know you're not even worth a bit of the
For Donald Arthur Mattingly, home has always been here, Evansville, Indiana, a city of about 120,000 people in the southwest corner of the state.
I was never looking to, move to Manhattan or move to LA. I was like, this is a place I come, I can get away. I grew up in this house on the left here. Everything seems so much smaller now. It seemed so big before.
It's here where Don Mattingly, the youngest of 5 kids in his family, began excelling at sports at an early age. He'd become a 3-sports star in high school, but it was on the baseball diamond where he fell in love with the idea of being great.
It was a pleasure to coach him. He'd hit 2 or 3 hours before practice. Of course, we'd practice about 3 hours, too. I've never seen anybody that worked any harder than he did.
Fly ball. That looks to be in the gap. Over left way over Dan White. On his way to third with his second triple of the ball game.
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to
First pitch on the way. Lefty-lefty matchup. Outside wide. Sinker misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Crawford, the batter. No hits allowed so far through 4. 1-0 misses outside. 2-0. Doesn't really become a threat of a no-hitter till you get to, I'd say, past the 6th inning. When you go into the 7th, that's when it's a real thing. The 2-0 upstairs, 2-1. Star Wars, I swear, man, we love you, buddy, but you got to get a dictionary or something. The 2-1, down and away, 3-1. I'm going to have to start getting an interpreter to find out what some of the things he puts in there. The 3-1 count. Swing. Chopper on the ground, over towards short, high throw. Crawford out by a mile, 1 away. What was he complaining about? Crawford came across the bag. He was out by quite a bit. It's almost like he was trying to argue that he was safe. He's out by a lot. Oh, I see what it is, and they should be challenging this. His foot came off the bag. So I do believe we're getting a challenge. There's nothing on the screens, but it looked like Bohm's foot came off the bag. He made the catch with these. In theory, if his foot's on the bag, he's out by quite a bit, about a step and a half. But his foot came off the bag. The question is, was it still on? It's not on there. Now, I don't know if they have another view that's a little better. The one they keep showing is from the side, and that's a terrible view. You really need one down the line. Here we go. It's not a great view either. I don't think they're going to be able to overturn it, to be honest with you. They would have to have the view that you see during the postseason, which is coming from right field, looking in at the first base bag. And they don't have that today, I don't believe, which is pretty common for regular season. Dude, I'll tell you what. They're a hit. Can't tell if he's trolling me or not. They're a hit, everywhere a hit. The only time I intentionally misspell or do use bad grammar in text is when I'm talking to AI, because what I have figured out is if you talk like an idiot to them, they just assume you're an idiot and they will redo anything you ask them to do. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch. Right there, change up, well below the knees. Bad no challenge by Wilson. It's 0-1. 2 inches below the zone, easy. Chad Fairchild, oof. He better get a part of whatever bonus they get if they get a no-hitter. The 0-1 inside one. It's going to be an out, is what it's going to be, Rebecca. It's what I assumed they were going to. There just wasn't enough to overturn it. He was off the bag, but you just have to know that just by looking at his heel coming off. Is the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. But they're not going to call it for 2 reasons. A, there really wasn't enough to overturn it. Secondly, the guy's throwing a no-hitter, and they don't want that to be the reason why the dude loses the no-hitter. So they're going to go with the call on the field. But, yeah, it was a bad call because the umpire, where he was standing, had the best view. But for whatever reason, he didn't put 2 and 2 together. His foot came off the bag, and then he made the catch. The first pitch to Parade is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. But anyway you look at it, it is what it is. The 0-1 pitch, inside 1-1. Be a little more irate if this were a close game. Lizardo, 1-1 pitch, swing, laces it, and that ball's going to get down for a base hit. So we can say goodnight to that perfection and having to watch that over and over on a loop on your sports highlights tonight. And Seattle has their first base hit of the game. First pitch, four-seamer to Rodden. Top of the zone inside, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Down below the knees. Brock Rodden. I was really hoping his name was going to be Bill. It's the 1-1 pitch swing. Chops it on the ground over to second. 4-3 on the putout, and that'll end the inning. I'll tell you why I say that when we return. I had a good nickname, or at least I thought it was funny. When we return here in Braves country, 6th inning we go.
So how do you know when a woman's about to say something smart?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
When she starts by saying, "A man once told me."
Yep.
Haha, how many men does it take to open a beer?
None. It should already be open when you bring it to me.
Bro, you gotta talk to me.
I'm not talking to you anymore this morning. It's already started. You started. It's Monday morning. I'm done with you.
You know he's not real.
He is.
He's not real.
How is he not real? Everyone has seen him.
They seen a big hairy man?
Sasquatch is real. I'm going to be the first one to prove it. I'm telling you now, everyone's seen him. People just can't catch him. And you know what? You're just sitting there going, oh, he's not real, because no one's ever found a body. You know why?
Why?
They don't die.
What do they sound like, do you know?
I don't know. I didn't know what they sound like, but I haven't met one in person yet. But I'm going to be the first one to catch him.
Mattingly was picked by the New York Yankees in the 19th round of the 1979 draft, the 493rd player selected. But he'd quickly establish himself as a prospect in the minors, even if some teammates doubted he had a real future in the game.
Donnie wasn't one of those wow guys when you first saw him. He was a gangly, kind of long-necked guy that kept the bat in the zone a long time, and I kept looking at him and I said, this is that guy they're talking about. Didn't run particularly well, but was a great base runner. Had an average arm at best from the outfield, but could really throw at first base. And then the more you're around him, the more you go, yeah, Yeah, I see what they're talking about. He was relentless in his pursuit of being as good as he's capable of being. In a lot of ways, he did a lot for my career because, I played 7 or 8 years and I went, okay, he's going to play first base for the Yankees or left field. We were both playing both. And I said, I'm not. So I got to find something else to do. So thanks, Donnie, for I get on with my career.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this pain and suffering and hurt that this team has bestowed upon me for 28. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this hurt. I don't.
Welcome back. I think every fan can say that unless you're like one of these bandwagon fans. Alec Bohm. I think I said Alec. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Upstairs. 1-1. One count. Fouls it back. Sinker out of play. Phillies lead it 6-0. The 0-2. Misses high. 1-2. Giving it till the end of this inning, and if it doesn't get any closer, I'm thinking we're going to jump over to Cubs versus Arizona. Because we might as well. This game, for whatever reason, is going slower than it should. Is the 1-2 rolled up the middle, and it's a single for the Phillies, leadoff single, top of the 6th. Anyways, long story short, we're never going to get to the end of this game anyways, as slow as this game's going, which doesn't make a ton of sense because Seattle hasn't done anything to slow the game down. But Cubs in Arizona, they are locked up. 1-0 Arizona. They're in the top of the 8th, and that's a big game in the grand scheme. So I think we're going to jump over there. I don't think we have a ton of Seattle fans that are going to be upset. It's first pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. And I will continue to keep the score in the bottom. But I think that's what we're going to do at the end of this. And for some reason it turns into a game, we can always revisit it, but it's not trending like it's going to end in enough time. Now watch my luck, that thing will go 14 innings over. I'd just rather call a closer game and get ready for the Braves. Dodgers, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, sweeper, 1-2. If anybody's got any real objections, let me know now. If not, if you're wanting to watch something that's competitive, we'll jump over to Cubs and Diamondbacks, and both of them are fighting for a wild card. Cubs are still in the MLB, the NL Central race in theory. I don't think they're going to catch Milwaukee, but in theory they're within shouting distance. The 1-2 count, swing, laces it into center field, and it's down for a base hit. And 2 on, nobody out. Bizzardo, who's thrown 9 pitches and got nobody out. Let's see where they're at on that game over there. They are hitting. It's 1-0 Arizona. They're heading to the 8th inning. If y'all don't have any objections, I think I'm going to try to switch over there right now. I got to change the screen real quick, but I think I'm going to try to. This game's about to get out of hand, and once again, it's never going to get to where it needs to be. Is the 0-1 inside? 1-1. We didn't have any radio stations carrying us today on this game that I know of, and I feel like I would have gotten an alert from someone by now if I did. Is the 1-1 fouls it away? It's 1-2. And the main reason was because they knew that we may not be able to finish the ball game because it came right up on the heels of Braves. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch. This is a long at bat, and we'll finish this at bat and see what happens here. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll switch over there, but we will keep you updated on that game. So give me a second. We're going to flip over there, and let's go, Cubs and Diamondbacks. All right, welcome back. We are jumping into Cubs versus Diamondbacks. And if you're just joining us, it's because the other game, not only is it a blowout, but there's no way it's going to end in time. They're taking their sweet time to get out of innings and jams. We will keep you updated. I'm going to put the score in the bottom. So right here, it's 2-0 Arizona with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Right-hander Zephyr John is bringing the pitch, and it's going to be an easy grounder, and it's going to be a 3-1 putout, and that'll end the inning. So they add one to the scoreboard. It's 2-0 Arizona. 9th inning we go in a 2-run game, as they will try to get back to it when we return. I'm not going to play a full clip. I'm just trying to get my bearings set underneath me. Okay, we're back. I think I'm still trying to get all my screens set, but I don't want to miss the entire 9th inning, so we're just going to wing it. Peter's asking, how's this game? So, not directly per se, but if you want to look at it big picture, Arizona's a game back in the wild card. If the Braves were to be caught by Philadelphia, that would be a team that would be chasing Atlanta. First pitch on the way is right there on the outer edge. Murillo facing Michael Busch. It's 0-1. So in theory, if the Braves were to fall out of the division, it would matter. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Making the catch over there. F5 in your scorecard. One away. So that's how it would essentially affect them. But neither team are in our division, and we're focusing on the division. Neither team are likely to win their division, so it's not going to affect the overall best record. Is the first pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Oh, cool, JSN. Have fun tonight. Be forewarned, they might play a game on the rain delay. The 0-1 count. Swing, chopper on the ground over to first, and it's going to be a 3-1. 2 down. But the Philly game is still in the 6th inning, and we start our game at 7, and they'll be lucky to be in the 9th inning by 7 o'clock, and it's still 6-0. I thought I put it on the screen. Did I not put it on the screen? That's their score. And like I said, we're never going to get to. We were hoping it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and the game ended around 6:30, 6:45, enough time to, more likely 6:45, enough time to jump over to the Braves game. But if it's not going to happen, I'll just reset and get ready for Braves Dodgers, because Seattle's not really putting up much of a fight. The 0-2 count, right there at the knees. Two down. It's an 0-1 count, excuse me. The 0-1 pitch. Outer edge. 1-1. And they just went down in order, so they're going to the 7th, and it's still 6-0. Arizona challenged that, but did not get the call.
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
1-1.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
100 miles an hour right there at the knees.
You're wrong.
And Happ is going to challenge this one. So in the grand scheme of things, if you knew you were going to win the division, to answer that essentially, if you knew you were going to win the division, PETA, it would be good for Arizona to win, because they may chase down Philadelphia. Pitch on the ground, swung on. That's going to chop it over towards first base, and that's an easy out, and that's an easy inning, and we jumped over here essentially for nothing. But the other game is not showing any signs of life. So we're going to take this time to feed the dogs and all that stuff, and we'll come on the air a little bit early than expected, probably 6:45. So if this game in the Philadelphia game is close in any way, we will put the scoreboard up for it, getting ready for Braves versus Dodgers. Also need to look and find out what's going on with the weather, because there is weather threatening the area around first pitch. We'll see you then, y'all.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow. show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.